One of the unique features of the iBook is the ability to offer interactive content. In Marchland, that interactive content takes the form of maps and adventure modules. We're going to start by looking at the interactive maps. In Chapter 3, Section 3, Places of Interest, you'll see a map of Brighton Bay. Tapping on this map opens up the interactive map module. When the interactive map module opens, you'll see an overview map of Brighton Bay. In the top right corner of the map is a legend indicating several key areas of the city. Arrayed around the map are buttons. Tapping on a button will zoom into a specific area. We're going to start with area number 1, downtown Brighton Bay. Like the overview map, this region detail map has a legend in the top right corner indicating several areas of interest within this region. These buttons are slightly different. They're a different color with a different border. The dark border with the darker color indicates a floor plan. By tapping on one of these buttons, we'll open up a floor plan to a specific location. In this case, we're going to open up location number 1, the Freudian Slip. Here we see the first floor of the Freudian Slip. For some locations, there are multiple levels. This is indicated by a blue button over a staircase, elevator, or other means of transportation. In this case, it's a spiral staircase. By tapping on the button, it takes me down to the basement level of the Freudian Slip. Tapping on the up button returns me to the main level. Tapping on the blue button in the bottom left corner of the map takes me back to the region view. And then tapping on the map icon in the bottom right corner takes me back to the overview map. And that's the interactive map navigation in Marchland. Next up, interactive adventure modules. The interactive adventure modules consist of 2 components. The first is a radio broadcast that introduces the background and common knowledge information the players will need as they go through the adventure. The second is the adventure module itself. By tapping on the adventure module, you'll open up the adventure. The adventure module navigates in a method similar to the iBook itself. At the bottom of the page are arrows that will advance you to the next page. The map icon opens up the interactive map. The map opens up to the player view. This view obscures things like enemy location, treasures, hidden doors, and so forth. By tapping on the reveal icon in the bottom left, the globe with the magnifying glass, you open up the GM view. In this case, the GM view allows you to see enemy locations. There are 2 types of enemy icons. The icon with the thick orange border indicates a wild card. The icon with the thin black border indicates an extra. By tapping on one of these icons, you reveal a stat card that has all the stats necessary for combat. Tapping anywhere in the scene dismisses the card. Tapping on the book icon in the bottom right corner returns you back to the page you left. At the end of the adventure, the same stat cards you see on the interactive maps are included for easy printing. In some cases, there are handouts available as well. And that concludes this video on interactive content in Marchland.